All right, my friends, I'm back with a brand new video, bro. And it's on this guy here. He's called the Physical Culturalist. Physical, the Physical Culturalist. Okay. Um, yeah, the squat that built a strength legend. Hack and Squat. I think the guy's name is Hack and Squat, right? Or something like that. Anyways, the old school stuff. The old school squat that fixes weak knees and builds strength. Yeah, it's all based on eccentric exercise. See, look, when I started lifting, I had to go off my experiences, and one of the experiences that I ran into was this delayed onset muscle soreness when I did these eccentric exercises. And I remember it lasting for 4 days. I was in pain for 4 days, man. I just remember, like, my arms, for example, they were locked. I couldn't bend them. And why would I ever go back to a gym? I mean, that was crazy. I couldn't go back. And I just knew that 7 days was a good time to take off. I wasn't sure. I didn't know science actually corroborates that. I didn't know that at the time, but I just believed that 7 days was optimal for you to return to the gym, and then you could get this damage to try to come back again by doing these exercises again, right? Specific exercises that would bring it back, meaning more damaging exercises eccentrically. So this guy, these people in the past, the old school guys, try to explain this before, they knew this. They knew about muscle damage, about eccentric exercises, because we had to go off our experiences. But a lot of people today, they do not listen to their experiences or their senses. They don't follow them at all whatsoever, and that's why they're failing.
You don't need a squat rack or a barbell to develop strong, powerful legs.
Okay, I don't do one-legged dips like this guy did eccentrically, but I do the other things he does.
Back in the day, before squat racks and leg
Okay, those are the ones we all did these in martial arts class. I remember doing these. I remember doing the sissy squats. They did make us do one-legged squats. I just personally didn't like that, but okay.
machines were a thing, strongmen from the physical culture
Like
era
this,
knew exactly.
yes. We do a lot of you do a lot of those. See, even martial arts, they do a lot of these exercises, these body weight eccentric exercises, bro. They're amazing.
Exactly how to build powerful legs and bulletproof knees.
Like, this is a very good exercise. I've even you could use a rope and a weight to pull back and then forward with it. People have done these in the gym like that.
With just the bare minimum of equipment. The kettlebell hack squat will develop bulletproof knees, teach you perfect squat mechanics,
I
and
don't know about the ball building bulletproof knees, but the damage will, because it'll go through a regeneration.
develop full body control
Yeah.
without wrecking your joints.
So
The hack
you see the difference, man? These are full eccentrics. Yeah.
squat is named after George Hackenschmidt, a legendary strongman and wrestler from the early 1900s with almost 2,000 wins to his name. And these weren't WWE style stage matches. I'm talking about styles like Greco-Roman and catch-as-catch-can wrestling. In early physical culture training, this squat
Because physical strength, because eccentric exercise builds physical strength. That's its job.
variation was used to build raw leg strength and deep knee resilience. Now,
Raw leg
almost
strength. Raw physical strength, yes. By building more myofibular growth.
no one does it. But it's still a fantastic squat variation and one
Not
that
necessarily. There are people that still do it today, and people that take martial arts. I don't know I don't know. I don't do martial arts anymore, okay? But I'm pretty sure if you go there, they probably do these, all right? They do a lot of stretching exercises. It's crazy. Man, you're not, if the very first time you ever go there and they give you like a session of 2-3 hours of stretching, bro, you're not going to walk for days. You're going to be in pain.
any serious lifter should have in their training regimen.
Yes.
So the kettlebell
So
hack
one of the things I like in the gym is if you have a weight one of those weight belts with a chain, a weighted belt with a chain, you can hook it up. You can hook it up to what do you call it? A cable machine, full stack, and do sissy squats on those. Those are really good to do sissy squats on, man. The cable machine, yeah, very heavy.
Squat breaks all the rules of conventional squatting. Generally, squats are taught as follows, right?
See, me personally, I started doing sissy squats again. I got to do more of those. I found that multiple sets and sissy squats heavy with this, go as heavy as I could with the cable machine, even putting weight on it. Shit, man, I got more damage in my legs. They'll start to grow a lot better. If you're not damaging your legs, they're not going to grow, bro. It's really hard to get your legs to damage as an older person. You have to add multiple sets to get them damaged. They're really hard to damage the older you get. For some reason, I don't know why.
To keep the feet flat, bias the weight a little bit more towards the heel, and sit the butt back, right? So you end up with this sort of vertical shin position. For most people, there's going to be a slight...
I don't like concentric squats. They're not good for you. They actually make your knees weak. They weaken your knees.
Would lean to counterbalance the weight of the hips. The hack squat...
They weaken your knees. They weaken your tendons and ligaments. Don't do those.
Ignores all that. With the hack squat, instead of breaking at the hips, you're going to break at the knees, and we're going to lift the heels off the ground. So we end up in this very kind of knees tracking forward position. Heels are up, and we're basically sitting the hamstring on the calf, right? And then from here, come up. So here's why this is such a great variation of the squat, right? First of all, you're building strength in the foot and ankle. And remember, nothing you do athletically is done from a flat foot, right? And everything we do where we're moving our bodies is about pushing force into the floor and that force coming up the chain, right? So building some strength in here. We're also getting the knees tracked forward. So we're going to be emphasizing a little bit more of the VMO, right? Which is this teardrop shaped muscle on the inside of your thigh. Crucial for knee health and athletic performance, okay?
So what enhances your performance? He says good for performance athletically. What enhances it? Oh, man, this regeneration, the myofibrillar growth is what's going to enhance you, bro. Come on.
A lot of good things happen when you squat up on your toes, driving the knees forward. Right. So if you haven't done this type of squat before, it can be a little bit of a challenge. So I'm going to show you a progression in this video to take you from first starting out with this.
Here's the problem with these body weight exercises. They can only take you so far. You're going to have to start adding multiple sets to get this damage to come back, because you have to do something you're unaccustomed to. So the only way to do something unaccustomed in body weight exercise is adding more sets. There isn't any more weight you could add because it's just body weight. Unless, of course, you have a backpack with weight in it. I don't know. But if you're in a gym, I mean, that too applies sometimes. You can do astronomically heavy weight in the gym, eccentrically. However, let's say you're still doing the same weight, very, very, very heavy. You haven't really moved up and going heavier. You're going to have to add more sets, because in eccentric exercise, you have to do something that you're unaccustomed to doing. Get it? To get this damage to come back, whether it's heavier, more sets, not necessarily more reps. That's not conducive. You can, but I wouldn't do that. The 8 to 12 rep is the ideal rep range for muscle damage.
Kind of a squat all the way up to the kettlebell hack squat. So the first step on our progression is the Hindu squat. This is named after ancient Indian wrestlers who would do hundreds of these as part of their conditioning regimen. So you're going to start in a regular squat stance. Your feet can be basically anywhere that feels comfortable. Turned out a little if that's the way you move, or facing forward, entirely up to you. And we're going to reach the hands back and drop the hips straight down. So once again, we end up in that sort of sitting on our calves position, and the hands are going to reach back. From here, the arms are going to swing forward, bring it in like you're doing a row, and repeat. Now, traditionally, these are done at quite a rapid clip to give you a conditioning effect.
Yeah, I like those. Those are okay. Let's see what else he has here. I don't want to bore you. These are okay. He's doing the same stuff here.
Staying as tall as you can and squat down with the hands out in front to help you.
Yeah, I like them. I like them much more deeper than that, man. I don't know. These are okay. They do these too in martial arts class. I remember doing these shit. They do the same stuff.
You balance. And then we're going to come up, keep...
Body weight. It's all body weight stuff. All right. What's he got here? The kettlebell. Okay, he's got the kettlebell.
Pull the horn apart. Get your
Good,
feet
teach you how
into
to use the
position, so
kettlebell.
slightly turned out, about a fist distance between. Tilt your torso a little bit forward. Drop down into the hack squat.
I thought this is interesting. Okay, these are okay. It's a short video.
Squats. Generally, when I do back squats, I find my knees feel a little creaky for the first few sets. If I start my workout with a few sets of hack squat, then my knees feel so much more buttery, everything's moving so much better, and I'm able to squat heavy right out of the gate. So if you like this...
Man, stretching weakens you. They even tell you that everywhere. If you stretch before you do your exercises in the gym, it'll weaken you. That's why eccentric exercise, you get weaker through your exercises, because the multiple stretching and plus the micro tears, if you're getting those, are going to make you even weaker. And so your lifts are going to go down and down and down as you work your way in the gym. Okay? So it's a known fact. But anyways, he's trying to tell you he's going to do better stretching. I don't know about that, dude. That's why runners, there's these runners, you see them before they sprint, they start bending their legs, they start stretching them like crazy before they run. They don't realize that you're going to weaken yourself running a sprint by stretching. The reason why you want to get these sarcomere in series is so you don't have to stretch. You won't get, listen, you're not going to get any micro tears running in a sprint, providing that you're adapted, and because you have more of these sarcomere in series. They're long, so they're adapted. They're not gonna damage. So you don't need to stretch. You understand me? So when you run, you won't get any micro tears in your legs, unlike other runners. The runners that stretch, it'll weaken them. They'll be slow at the sprint, and people that have not gone through lengthening these sarcomeres in series. So when they run in these sprints, they can't be faster than the people that have gotten more sarcomere in series. They're always gonna be faster. It's associated with explosive power. It's associated with protection from getting more micro tears in a sprint. Therefore, you'll be the better runner. So that's why you see these people running, and then you see one person, they're always above the crowd. Why? Because they did something that these other knuckleheads did not do. They didn't stretch it before the run. They didn't get any micro tears while they were running in the sprint. They were adapted to the sprint. How? Because most likely they grew more sarcomere in series. Get it? By getting multiple bouts of injuries. That's all. It's very specific, man. Anyways, I'll see you in the next video. Tell us what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. Catch you in the next one. Ciao, friends.